So I've just taken off our electrical cover here, and it is all wired up. It is pretty self-explanatory. Everything fits into its corresponding spot. If it doesn't fit, then it does not go into that place. But just follow the manual. The only thing that you've got to really worry about here is the wire to power the Truma has got to be 6mm cross-section wire. So make sure it is that size or bigger, and you'll be fine. Okay, also for our electrical, we have mounted our control panel in our overhead cabinet, and we've mounted it just here where it's easy access, but it's not, you know, on display outside, because we only need to access it when we want to use it. So there's two cables on the back of the control panel. You've got the tin bus, and then you've got the 12-volt like power cable. Now the 12-volt power cable has got its own 1-amp inline fuse, and then we've also hooked it up to our fuse block, and it's got a blade fuse. And then you've got the other cable that connects to the Truma Combi itself. Pretty easy. They just clip in the back of the panel there. And also when you're mounting that and connecting it up, just make sure you've got no power to your battery. Just hook it up first and then hook your battery up. All right, for our ducting, we've got our first vent here at the front in between the cab and the living space. Now, this actually goes behind the shower. So there's the Truma, it goes behind the shower and comes all the way around. There's the front driver's seat. It comes around to here, and then, I don't know if you can see, but basically it comes through, and then we've just put an elbow on there, and then we've got the vent here. Another thing too is these vents, they only come in black, and we wanted them white, so we painted them. We have a door here, and it is on a magnetic catch, and what we did so the hot air can still go through is we just routed out the lines so the heat can still come through. We've got another vent here. Then I'll show you the other two. One here, another vent there, and then we've got our ducting here. Two ducts coming through from the Truma. Pretty simple, just come with these clips, and then you've just got these elbows. We had to order these separately, or a few of them separately, because there wasn't that much in the pack. Also with our ducting, we had to order more because the kit that we got, there wasn't enough, and our van isn't even like a big motorhome. So yeah, if you're gonna get it, then just look at how many meters you're gonna need, because you might need to order some more. But yeah, basically it just comes through. We get our vent there. Really easy to do the venting, guys. The ducting, it's pretty self-explanatory. You just push it in, put the grub screw in, and then if you need to make an elbow bend, just make an elbow bend, put the grub screw in so it doesn't come loose. And if you want to hang it on the wall, etc., you just mount these holding brackets. Real easy. Okay, so now what we're up to is we are going to do the initial startup of the Truma unit, and the first thing we have to do is we need to fill the fuel line. So it's going to suck the pump is going to start up, and it's going to suck the diesel from our fuel tank, and it's going to suck it up the line, and it's going to bring it up to the Truma unit. Now what we've got to do is we've got to turn on the control panel here. So I'm going to hold it down, and that should turn it on, and then something should happen. Yeah. All right, so this is the control panel, and I'll just give you guys a rundown. So there's two knobs. This one here is your back button, and this knob here is your control button. So to turn it on initially, you just hold this down and it will turn on. And to turn the control panel off, you just hold it down and it will turn off. Now, that's the time, but it's the wrong time. So I press it here and you've got all your different functions. So that's your temperature for how hot you want the heating. So you click on that off, you got your different temperature there, and then you just whatever, and then once I hit the enter button, it will go to that temperature. I'll go back. So the next one, this is our hot water. So click on that, and we've got boost. There's three settings. You've got boost, 60 degrees, or off. So we've got it on boost at the moment, and now that's flashing, so that means it's working. And this symbol here means that it is the diesel. It's the diesel. It's a diesel one. We've only got the one option. So I went under the van and I could hear the little pump ticking away, and that was priming the line. That is the fuel going into the Truma. So you know the fuel is flowing and going into the Truma. So now we just wait until it stops flashing, and then that will mean that the water's heated up. Okay, so we can see that the symbol hot, well, we changed it from boost to hot. We weren't too sure if boost was bad for the initial startup, so we changed it to hot. Just takes a little bit longer for the water to heat up, but it stopped flashing, which means it should be hot. So now we're gonna test out our water and see if it goes hot. So I'm gonna turn our pump on first, and then I'm gonna turn our tap to hot, and I'm gonna see if we get hot water. Oh, look.
That's
oh, whoa, that's hot. Wow, that's cool. Better turn it down a bit. Right, so now Emily's gonna check to see if we've got hot water in the shower.
And check for leaks.
All right, pump on.
Oh, no way!
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hot water.
Hot water.
Have a shower.
Yahoo!
Nice.
That's nice.
Now that the van is built, we have our Truma Combi D6 installed, and it is working like a dream. So I'll just run through a few things about the Combi D6. I remember at the start of the video we had it sort of in the center of the van. That was just so we could get an even distribution with our ducting. Our Truma Combi D6 is under this lower cabinet here. We've hidden it nice and tidy in this cupboard. Now, the Truma Combi D6 has to draw air from this open living area. So in the manual, you just follow the manual and you just have to do a 150 centimeter square vent. We've installed just this plastic lure vent here. And then we've just got the Truma Combi D6 placed inside there. We've installed our air temperature sensor just in this cupboard here. And that will just get the current temperature inside the cab. Control panel we have mounted just in this neat, tidy overhead cabinet here. This is the control panel. There's a wheel, and then that's also a button, and then there's the back button. So when you want to turn it on, you just hold this button down. That will turn on, and then you've got a few different settings here. So this first one is for the heater, and if you press it, you can just set your desired temperature that you want inside the van. And then you just press the button, and then it will just turn on, and it will start to heat at that temperature. And then you can have just the fan. You can just have the fan on. If you want just air blowing through, you can have timers. All sorts of stuff. So yeah, pretty easy. I'll turn maybe the heater on, so we'll set it for 23 degrees. 23 degrees, press it. All right, so when it's flashing, that means that it is heating up. So that's the hot air,
and you can see it
blowing through. So we've got 4 ducts and they are all vented. So we've got one here. So that's the first one.
Perfect.
Woo! It makes the floor really warm, almost like we've got heated flooring. So that's the second duct, and then the third one is here. And then when we're sitting up here on our table, we've got another one there just to keep our feet nice and warm. So here in Australia, we have an awesome company called My Generator, and we get a lot of our, like the hot Truma Combi D6 hot water system from there. You can get fridges from there, all sorts of stuff. So if you're looking at getting a heater and hot water system, a Truma, or anything really, head over to My Generator, and if you spend over $300, you can use the code ESCAPE20 and you can get a $20 discount. But we'll leave all the details in the description below in the video. Thanks for watching, guys, and we hope this video was informative. We hope you learned something, especially if you've got a Truma Combi and you want to install it yourself. To be honest, it wasn't really that hard. You just have to follow the instructions and make sure you're doing everything correctly. Also, just make sure that your wire sizes are right, because if your wire size is too small, you will cause an electrical fire. That's probably one of the biggest ones to note. But apart from that, yeah, just also you can ring up Truma and just get any technical advice from them. They're pretty good on the phone as well. Pretty much could do it on our own. We just needed my friend Julian to help us just lift the diesel out. An easier way to do that would be just to take it out if the tank was empty. That'd be a lot easier. We decided to take it out when it was like half full. But yeah,
super easy.
Super easy. It just took a while because we were building the rest of the van as well as trying to install the Combi as well. So we pretty much didn't finish off our ducting until we could put in all the vents and through the cupboards. So we couldn't really turn the unit on until the van was fully complete. And that took a while because there were so many decisions that we had to make with other parts of the van, and the Truma just got put off. But now it's all complete, it's all finished, everything's all nice.